Hey everybody, my name's Chris. Welcome to Casual Fragrances. Hope you're having a great day. So before the video starts, I'm going to announce another giveaway. I feel like giving away a lot of stuff now. It's been, every year is crazy with COVID going on still in the world, and people really can't buy fragrances or really can't afford it. So I buy fragrances. I'm very blessed to have a nice job where I can buy fragrances, and I want to give back as much as I can. I'm going to give away 2 samples of the new Bad Boy Cobalt, a 2022 release, and I'm giving away 2 samples of Code 78, the Love Moment. So all you have to do is make sure you like this video, leave a comment down below saying you'll be entered in a giveaway. This is worldwide. And make sure you follow me on my new YouTube channel, ChrisCretice, about my day in the life, electronic devices like tech gear, vlogs, and lifestyle. It's a pretty cool channel if you want to learn more about my life outside of fragrances. So definitely do that. 4 winners in 1 week's time on April 15th or 16th, depending on my work schedule. But you'll be notified in 1 week's time when I do a full review on the new Code 78. This fragrance, I will announce the 4 giveaway winners for 2 samples of this and 2 samples of Bad Boy Cobalt. Today's video, we're talking about the new Bad Boy fragrance that just came out, 2022 release. So this is the 3rd flanker. I love the original one, was my favorite. Some people said it was kind of juvenile, too sweet, sticky, whatever. I love that one. I think the presentation was beautiful. People think it's tacky, but whatever, man. La Parfum came out. That one was nice too. It had a little bit of a hibiscus note to it. Kind of give a little like a weed kind of smell. Not really into weed. Not my thing. I mean, I've tried it probably 2 times in my life, give or take 2 or 3, and it is what it is. I'm not a fan of it, but we'll move past that statement. Nevertheless, we're going to talk about the new Cobalt. I'm going to let you know if I like it or I don't, if it's one of my favorite releases of the year or it's not. So what is your favorite Bad Boy fragrance out of the 3 flankers? Leave your comment down below. Bad Boy Cobalt 2022. I love this bottle presentation. I'll zoom in and show you guys in a moment. Man, sprayers are awesome. Look at that. Oh my God. Bad Boy Cobalt came out this year, 2022. The price point you're looking at, $85 for a 50 ml bottle, 1.7 ounce. 100 ml bottle, 3.4 ounce, looking at 110. And if you want the big 5.1 ounce, 150 ml, you're looking at $139. So they're really expensive. So keep that in mind. Try to go to Macy's and smell this fragrance on your skin or get a test strip and see if you like the fragrance before committing to a full bottle. Note breakdown. Notes we have here, we have our lavender, pink pepper in the top, mid plum geranium, base truffle, vetiver, cedar, oak. Let's spray this fragrance on my skin, let you know how I feel about it. I love the sprayers. Sprayers are awesome. Let it sit for a second. First off, I do like the beautiful bottle with the glass. Very heavy bottle. This is a 100 ml bottle, which I have here, which I might not have stated in the previous part of the video, so I do apologize. This fragrance opens up very fresh in the opening. So it doesn't have notes of bergamot in the opening or lemon or lime. That lavender gives it a nice freshness about the fragrance. The geranium in there as well, it kind of gives it a green feel to it. Not a minty feel. I wouldn't say full on mintiness. You might get a minty feel in the fragrance, but it's very green, very uplifting, fresh fragrance. There's a sweetness about the fragrance as well. Now, some people might think this fragrance has a reminiscent or similarity to Why La Parfum by Yves Saint Laurent or Why EDP by Yves Saint Laurent. And I kind of get that vibe because it has notes of geranium and it has notes of lavender in that fragrance as well. So there's a few bit of notes in this fragrance that gives you that Why La Parfum DNA, which I love that fragrance. So hands down, I'm going to like this fragrance here with that same note breakdown. Not all the same notes because it doesn't have bergamot or lemon, but that lavender in the fragrance gives it that freshness that makes you feel like you're wearing a fresh fragrance. And there's a sweetness about this fragrance with the plum as well. So it leans very fresh and sweet. Combination is very easy to wear any type of day, which is pretty good. Now that plum note in the fragrance, we're getting to the mid now with the plum note. You kind of get that 1 Million Lucky by Paco Rabanne fragrance. You get that vibe with the fragrance here. Not a total 1 Million Lucky, but you get that feel with the plum in the fragrance. And I have that fragrance, so I kind of put 2 and 2 together. They're not the same, but you kind of get that vibe. It's gonna be fresh and sweet, so it's not just a sticky, sweet fragrance. There's a freshness about it that kind of well blends both the freshness and sweetness in this fragrance combined together. It's more easy, approachable to wear. When you get down to the base, pretty much it just calms down some. You still smell it, but it's calmed down closer to the skin. You pick up the vetiver in the fragrance. I don't pick up this truffle note, but some people say the truffle, which I looked up, kind of gives it a fruitiness of the fragrance. So there's a fruitiness, chocolatey feel in the fragrance, which I kind of get, but it's one of those notes that I'm not familiar with truffle, so I don't want to tell you, yeah, you get a lot of truffle and you don't. It's one of those notes that you have to smell more truffle, whether it's an ingredient by itself to smell, like a separate note, an ingredient, or more fragrance that has truffle in it where you can pick up the vibe with it. Somebody picks up a lot of bergamot and lemon fragrances, you know what that fragrance smells like after so many times of smelling this fragrance with note. I'm not familiar with truffle, so I do apologize. I will definitely do some more research in the future, know what that note is for you guys, but right now, I don't want to give you the wrong information. Performance. Okay, so for me personally, each video I'm going to tell you, I'm only going off of my skin. So if I give you my performance and you say it's not what you get more or you get less, keep that in mind. I haven't let anybody spray it but myself. My girlfriend doesn't really wear a lot of my fragrances. She wears more of the female fragrances or unisex. Projection, I'm getting about an hour projection. It's very nice. I would say about half an arm's length, where people can smell the fragrance and they can detect it. And people do like this fragrance around me, but it doesn't fill up a room. On my skin, it doesn't. I know some people say they get 2-3 hours of projection. I get about an hour projection, a nice scent bubble around me, and people can smell the fragrance. That's pretty much it. Freshness and that lavender geranium in the opening, and they get a little bit of sweetness with the plum in the mid, and that's pretty much it. The longevity, I'm getting about 7 to 8 hours. So longest I've worn to work, I work 12-hour shifts, keep that in mind. I got about 8 hours on my skin. You can probably smell it for about up to 10 or 11, but it's really more of a close to the skin scent like this. You're digging your nose in to smell it, but you can still smell the fragrance. Very hard people to smell unless they get close to you. Compliment factor, I don't really touch on compliments too much because everybody's not going to get them. So if I buy this fragrance and I get a dozen compliments, you're like, oh, I'm going to buy it because Chris got compliments. You're not going to. If you're not approachable, you're not going to get compliments. If you don't keep yourself looking presentable, you're not going to get compliments. If your head's down when you're walking around the mall or getting groceries, nobody's going to say you smell good. Doesn't matter how amazing you smell. If you look like you're not approachable or you don't want to talk to people, they're not going to give you compliments. And they don't want to give you a compliment. You want to hit on the person and get their phone number. So those are reasons why you may not get a compliment with a fragrance. Just keep that. And maybe I'll do a separate video about that in the future, but I digress. I got one compliment with this fragrance here. I gave a girl a hug, and she was like, oh, you smell really great, Chris. I like, thank you, I appreciate it. That's pretty much it. I don't want to go into too much detail, but I got one compliment wearing it, and she's like, oh, wow, it smells really good on you. You always smell good, Chris, but that one smells really, really good. So I got one compliment wearing that fragrance there. So I don't really get compliments like that. I don't want to hype them up, but every now and then I do get compliments for fragrances, more for my clothes and the outfits and stuff that I have on. Seasons and occasion. So this fragrance here, I feel like this is more of a all year round fragrance. You can wear this pretty much from January till December. I think depending on your sprays, maybe lesser sprays in the spring and summer, heavier sprays in the fall and winter time, in my opinion. Because that freshness about the fragrance, it will keep you going from the spring and summer, which is nice, but you want to do less sprays because it's kind of sticky and hot outside in the 90 to 100 degree weather. Depending on your climate, we live around the world. Occasion wise, I feel like this is maybe a date night fragrance. This could be a fragrance you could wear hanging out with friends at a bar, hanging out with friends and family. I wouldn't wear this as a work scent. I feel like it might be too heavy as a work scent. If you work in close quarters or cubicles, like in a suit and tie job, I work in a warehouse. I think a warehouse is perfectly, outdoors is perfectly. Anything without being close to people, it might be too coy for some people. Depending on your skin chemistry, it might radiate off your skin heavier than mine. Ratings and final thoughts. So for me personally, I like this one a lot. I'm giving this one, I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. That's how much I enjoy the fragrance. I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 because it does have similarities to fragrances that I love. Paco Rabanne 1 Million Lucky. With that plum note, gives it a nice fruitiness in the fragrance and a sweetness, gourmand kind of touch. And it gives another fragrance similar to is Why Le Parfum by Yves Saint Laurent. Both those fragrances smell amazing, and I'm happy that this fragrance smells similar to that fragrance, so I don't have to have both of them. But I do have 1 Million Lucky, so it might be redundant for some people. But if you want a mixture of both where you can wear those fragrances together as one fragrance all year round, definitely check this out. It does have similarity to Coach as well, because it does have that lavender note in it as well, and it does have geranium in that fragrance as well. So keep that in mind. It does have similarities to fragrances on the market, but at the end of the day, it's a designer, so it's going to copy from other fragrances or note breakdown to make it a mass appealing scent. Is it a mass appealing scent? I would say 50% yes, 50% mainly a gourmand type of feel with the sweetness in this fragrance. So I wouldn't wear this fragrance as a signature scent to the office at all. I think it's just inappropriate. I think it's too much. Now, if you feel like you can get away with it, go ahead. But this is nowhere near a suit and tie type of fragrance to wear to a daily office, because it might be too much with the sweetness in the fragrance mixed with the freshness. At the end of the day, I like this one a lot, guys. This might be my top 5 fragrances so far of 2022, which I love. I enjoy it. I love the bottle presentation as well. The sprayer is magnificent. And you guys should definitely check out this new bad boy Cobalt fragrance. This is an Eau de Parfum Blue Electrique. Now, you're going to say, does it have similarities to the original one? Yes, it does have similarities. You can pick up that DNA in it, but I wouldn't say it's 100% like the original one. It has a DNA in it, which you can pick up because it's a flanker after flanker, but this one is a freshness about it, which is very nice to wear. And I like the freshness because I like fresh fragrances, but it's nice to have freshness and sweetness combined together. And Kelly likes this fragrance a lot. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you do like this type of content, make sure you show your support by liking the video, clicking that red subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. Hope you guys stay safe in the world. Me and Clay care about every single one of you guys, and thank you for supporting the channel after 5 years now being on YouTube. Hopefully I'll get to 10,000 subscribers soon, and if I do, I'll have a really big giveaway. Be safe in the world, guys. I love you all. I'll see you next video. Peace.